Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Searchlight Town Advisory Board, Searchlight Community Center, 200 Michael Wendell Way, Searchlight, Nevada, 89046 on this tax day, April 15th, 2026, 6 p.m. Items on the agenda tonight may be taken out of order. The board may combine two or more agenda items for consideration. The board may remove an item from the agenda or delay discussion relating to any item at any time. No action may be taken on any matter not listed on the posted agenda. All planning and zoning matters heard at this meeting are forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners Zoning Commission, the BCC, or the Clark County Planning Commission, PC, for final action. Please turn off or mute all cell phones and other electronic devices. Please take all private conversations outside the room. With the 48-hour advance request, a sign language interpreter, or other reasonable efforts to assist and accommodate persons with physical disabilities may be made available by calling 702-455-3530. Supporting material provided to board members for this meeting may be requested from Kathleen Hickman at 702-298-0828. Supporting material will also be available at the Clark County Department of Administrative Services, 500 South Grand Central Parkway, 6th floor, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89155. Supporting material is available on the Clark County website at clarkcountynv.gov/searchlight tab. And just a reminder that the meeting tonight is recorded on an audio recording, which will be available on the county's website. And also video recording is available, and you can search for Searchlight Town Advisory Board on YouTube for more information to see those videos. Board members: James Allen, Chair; Natalie Jeter, Vice Chair; Kayla McGinnis, Donna Moore, Kyle Myers; Secretary Kathleen Hickman; County Liaison Mark Moskowitz. The meeting is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call: James Allen, Chair, present. Natalie Jeter, not present. Kayla McGinnis,
Present.
Donna Moore,
Present.
and Kyle Myers.
Present.
Public comment. Did I go out here? Hot potato. There we go. Thank you. Public comment. This is a period devoted to comments by the general public about items on this agenda. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. You will be afforded the opportunity to speak on individual public hearing items at the time they are presented. If you wish to speak to the board about items within its jurisdiction but not appearing on this agenda, you must wait until the comments by the general public period listed at the end of this agenda. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium if applicable. Clearly state your name, address, spell your last name for the record. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, this will be done by the chair or board by majority vote. First item on the agenda, do I have a motion to approve the minutes for March 11, 2026?
I motion to approve the minutes for March.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Motion passed. Approval of the agenda for April 15th, 2026. Hold, combine, or delete any items. Do I have an approval motion for that?
I'll motion to approve the agenda for April.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. informational items. And just a reminder, please treat all of our speakers with respect as they make their reports. If you have a question, please come up to the microphone so everybody can hear you, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. First item on our informational items area, receive a report and updates from the South County Liaison, Mark Moskowitz, on current events and any other updates from Clark County.
Thank you, Chair. I want to let everyone know, you probably saw the poster board when you came in. We're bringing our Movies in the Park series. It's going to be Friday night features. We're doing it in Laughlin and Searchlight. So it actually is starting this Friday in Laughlin. On this Friday, it'll be The Wild Robot. Friday, the 24th of April, will be Despicable Me and Searchlight. Friday, May 8th, will be Inside Out 2, and that's going to be in Laughlin. And then Friday, May 15th, will be the Super Mario Brothers, the first movie. That'll be here in Searchlight. So all the movies are at 7 p.m. Come and grab some complimentary popcorn. It'll be at the Searchlight Town Park, so please go to both if you'd like. You can only go to Searchlight ones, Laughlin ones, whatever you'd like. So we're really happy to bring this back. And there's some flyers in the back, so be sure to share with everyone. All the movies start at 7 p.m., so bring a blanket, some chairs, and grab some popcorn and have a good night. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mark. And just a shout out to the county. We had a great turnout for the Easter egg hunt on Easter, and it was good to see so many people out there, kids, grandkids from all over the area, and it was a really nice event. Please pass that on to the staff that helped out there too.
Thank you. Yeah.
Next informational item, receive a report from Metro Police regarding activity and statistics during the past month and other areas of crime concerns.
Hello, Chris Whaley of Metro, stationed out here in Laughlin. March was actually a pretty slow month for us, with only 29 calls for service. That's down 13% from March of last year. And 8 of those calls were from the Terribles, and 1 call from the BV Motel. And we wrote four traffic citations. So no arrests, no bookings. Searchlight's been good.
Any questions from the public? Questions from the board? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, receive a report from Sergeant Tim Waller with Nevada Highway Patrol regarding activity and statistics during the last month and other public safety concerns.
Good evening. Sergeant Tim Waller, Nevada Highway Patrol for Laughlin and Searchlight for last month in March of 26. We conducted 474 traffic stops, issued 395 citations, investigated 9 crashes, no arrests, no DUIs, and with motorist assist and other miscellaneous calls, we had a total of 648 contacts with public in our district. That's all I got. Any questions?
Is the speed bumps done anything to slow down traffic?
You mean the rumble strips out there? Yeah, people just, when they don't care, they don't care. So that's why we're out there. Just to, they care about tickets. They don't really care about speed bumps. So. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, receive a report from Melissa Vandruff with Justice Court regarding statistics and other activities during the past month.
Melissa Vandruff, VANDRUFF, Searchlight Justice Courts. For the month of March, we had 1 juvenile citation processed, 194 civil citations processed, 2 Searchlight complaints, and 72 misdemeanor traffic tickets. Questions?
Any questions from the public? From the board?
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Melissa. Next item, receive a report from Las Vegas Valley Water District regarding the status of the water system.
Good evening, Aaron Gamble, GAMBLE, Las Vegas Valley Water District. So water usage for March of 2025 was 3.7 million gallons. Water use for March 2026 was 3.97 million gallons. It's an increase of 270,000 gallons, well within normal. Our asset management group did complete their leak survey of Searchlight. They didn't find any other leaks other than the ones that I had mentioned at the last meeting. But our distribution department came out and did repairs on all of those. So all of those leaks are fixed. Our rural system operators and our customer care, they still Just like always, they're reaching out to customers when there's possible on-site leaks. I know we kind of had a little bit warmer March, and now it's weird saying this now, but swamp coolers, people did, I think people are starting to fire up their swamp coolers. They do tend to trigger those leak reports, so you might get a phone call saying, hey, you got a leak. You're like, I don't have any leaks, and it's your swamp cooler. What we do recommend is if when they call you or when you get that automated text message, if you notice that it's like above a half a gallon to a gallon per minute, go check. Just go look around. I mean, either the swamp cooler is dumping water out a lot, or you might have another leak somewhere. So just don't assume that it's the swamp cooler and just move on. So other than that, that's all I have. Is there any questions?
Question from the public, from the board? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Next informational item, receive a report from Clark County Water Reclamation District regarding the status of the wastewater system and water usage.
Reclamation District, April 15th, 2026 update. Statistics, March 2026 treated an average of 42,000 gallons per day compared to March 2025 that had an average of 47,000 gallons per day. The difference in the flow is a decrease of 5,000 gallons per day from last year at this time. No sewer service complaints for the month of February. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be March. And then call before you dig, there was 2 Searchlight tickets received for March 2026. And then there's also a flow comparison chart attached on the papers in the back table there, as well as service rules, annual rates, and Searchlight facility expenses for their operating budget.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Next item, receive a report and presentation from representatives of Clark County's Department of Environment and Sustainability regarding the All-In Clark County Initiative, a countywide effort focused on sustainability and community resilience.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Olivia Burns with Clark County's Department of Environment and Sustainability. I'm an environmental specialist. My presentation will just take a few more minutes than everyone else's reports. Thank you so much for having us. The purpose of our presentation today is to tell everybody about our department's initiative on our Sustainability and Climate Action Plan, and to hopefully be invited back to some community events. We'd love to table and participate in anything that you guys have, and we could share our resources. All in Clark County is our Sustainability and Climate Action Plan. It was adopted by Clark County Commissioners in 2023. It's important for us because we focus on the climate hazards that we face here in Southern Nevada. So extreme heat, we all know our summers are getting hotter and staying hot for much longer. Flooding, so a lot of flash floods could lead to pavement buckling and things on roadways. We are experiencing drought. Lake Mead is the lowest capacity that we've seen over the few years, and especially this year, we'll have a lot less snowfall. That leads into the Colorado River. And then wildfires. We do experience some wildfires here in Clark County, but also the neighboring states. When they have, say, Arizona or California has a wildfire, we see the poor air quality that leaks into our valley. So our department, we have air quality, we have sustainability, and desert conservation as our 3 main divisions. We just framed some resources for you. So sustainable Clark County, how we define it in our plan is resource efficiency, social well-being, and environmental stewardship while equitably meeting the needs of our economy. We do also have paper versions on the back table as well for you guys as a follow-up. And then a resilient Clark County supports residents, businesses, and visitors while adapting to these changing climate conditions, like I mentioned, the extreme heat, drought, wildfires, flooding. Our community plan focuses on 6 key areas: energy efficiency, transportation, waste reduction, water systems, resilient healthy community, and smart buildings and development. I just wanted to share a few of our priorities for implementation. So we started implementation in 2023 when our plan was adopted. We started the whole effort in 2019. It was from the county commissioners for us to create a sustainability action plan through our department. One of our main priorities is regional collaboration. So Clark County and the 5 cities incorporated cities, so North Las Vegas, Henderson, Boulder City, Mesquite, all work together for regional coordination for sustainability and planning efforts. So we meet quarterly to do different initiatives, and I'll mention a few of these here. This year, we really wanted to focus on rural and outlying areas to get more our participation out there and our staff out here to, like I said, attend community events, give presentations at schools or at businesses, anything. We'd be happy to be there. A few areas that we focus on, so resilience and heat mitigation. So we have programs for resiliency, particularly around heat mitigation. So we have Stay Cool Clark County is our heat mitigation program and cooling centers. So we have 48 designated cooling centers or stations in Clark County, mostly libraries and community centers that people could go to escape the extreme heat and get some cooling relief. We have our most fun program is our community canopy, which is our tree giveaway program. So everybody in Clark County can get to this program. So we do it twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. And basically you get a link, you would type in your address to see if you qualify for 1 or 2 trees, depending on your zip code. And then the trees are direct mail to your address. Free desert adaptive plants, all approved by Southern Nevada Water Authority. So I'd love to follow up with you guys so you guys could get your free trees twice a year. Or if we wanted to host a community event, we'd usually do those as well twice a year. And we we usually host it at a park and people could come pick up their trees. Right now we have desert willow, we have peach, pomegranate, so shade trees and a lot of fruit trees. So that's one of our most fun programs that we host as well. We also focus on a lot of alternative fuels. So we like to promote more electric vehicle infrastructure, and we do events. We call them ride and drive events, where we invite local dealerships out so people can test drive electric vehicles without the pressure of being at actual dealership. So we just hosted one at Allegiant Stadium 2 Saturdays ago. It was a lot of fun. We also do a lot of public and active transportation events. So if you wanted to do a bike riding event or learning how to ride the bus, we could definitely help you out and host an event with that. My program is focused on education and outreach. So that's what my role focuses on. So we do a webinar series. So we do it once a month. It's open, it's free. You could register, and it's a live stream video, so you could all join on it. So our website is allinclarkcounty.com/events. You could sign up for our webinar series. We talk about different initiatives, so like saving energy. We talk about different parks, electric vehicles, trees, different sustainability approaches in the cities and the resorts if you're interested in learning about that. We have our ambassador program, so those are staff who go to community events and tables. So if you have any resource fairs or events at a library and you want vendors and just for us to provide community resources, we would love to be there. And then we could talk about our tree program and every program like that. And today I would love for everyone we have a survey out and we're going to follow up. We have some flyers in the back. We also have some pins and air fresheners, so help yourself. But we have a survey out for the rural and outlying areas to learn about your guys' concerns related to climate hazards or sustainability actions. So water conservation, if you want to see more trees, anything like that. Different opportunities for clean energy, if you want more solar, if you don't want more solar, any type of environmental shifts that you've noticed that we could create some resources over the summer and then bring back to you guys at the community events in the fall. So there's what our survey looks like. So you could use a link or you could scan the QR code. There's flyers in the back. It's anonymous. Only if you want to add your email. We have a raffle, so we're giving away 4 $50 gift cards. But besides that, you don't have to put any information in there. It'll ask you your township, and then it will ask you about just different climate concerns. We'll just take a few minutes, and we'd love to have you take it. It ends in June, and then during the summer, we'll look at the feedback that we receive and hopefully create some resources for you guys. But that's all I got. We'll be here till the end of the Town Advisory Board, so if you have any questions or want to talk to us, definitely welcome to do so. We also have our social media up here and our events page, so you could stay updated with all of our events. And any questions?
Questions from the public? Comments from the board?
Yes, Chair.
Go ahead.
So I followed the community tree event that's been going on for the last few years, and I have checked every single time that your department has done it, and I've never seen our zip code. Is our zip code coming up on a future giveaway that's planned?
Yes, and I actually mentioned it today with the different cities as well, and we also have 2 nonprofits. And I told them, because yesterday we were at Laughlin Advisory Board as well, and we said like everyone wants trees for their community, and they said the next one we could definitely have that, so in the fall.
And then my follow-up question with the community canopy tree giveaways is, do you guys ever work with the Department of Public Works to do shade trees in public areas, or is it just to residents?
So our programs to residents, that's the funding that we have for the Arbor Day Foundation. Public Works has their own separate budget for trees. Ours can also be at schools. So if,
schools?
Yeah, at schools. So if you wanted to have a tree planting at a school, we just did one with like an environmental club. So we could do trees at schools, but the direct mail program is for residential.
Great. And then my other question was, you mentioned that you guys are involved in EV infrastructure. So Laughlin has, I believe, one area with EV chargers, and then the next closest one is in Henderson. Now I don't reckon there's a lot of EV drivers here in Searchlight, but there's a lot of EV travelers through Searchlight. And in my job at the casinos, there's several people a month that get stuck here in town and have to find some random place in town where they could plug in at, and take some hours to charge their vehicle. Is getting EV infrastructure set up in communities something that you guys participate in?
Yeah, we do. And actually right now Tesla has a really great program for Nevada. So it's a survey out for Tesla, and you could actually vote where you want, and it's all in rural and outlying communities. I could follow up with that survey link. And they fund 3 projects a year, and Nevada has 5 locations right now. So it's actually really exciting that you could vote for these areas. So that's not our program as a county. It's Tesla who installed the charging stations, but we as a county help promote that program to Clark County so people could vote for those areas.
Perfect. Thank you. That's all the questions I had, Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, I don't see anyone from UNR Extension tonight, so we will move on. And is no one from the library either? Okay. All right. There are calendars for the library activities. A lot of good activities that they have every month are back on the table, so feel free to look at those. And receive a report from Parks and Rec regarding the status of program and upcoming activities. Do we have a representative Parks and Rec? No? Okay. Receive a report from Kyle Myers regarding current road conditions and public works concerns.
I wasn't in attendance at the last meeting, but as it was stated, Mark and I did make a list for a few issues with the Cottonwood Cove, and not just issues, made some suggestions as well for Cottonwood Cove Road. Mark's in communication with them to see what they will and won't do, and what can get done for the road. On another note, we had a surprise today that nobody really knew about, but you may have noticed the 2 intersections on Main Street, the 2 4-way stops intersection with Hobson and Surprise Street. They both got red traffic lights above the stop signs. So we didn't know about it, but we'll take what we can get. So I'd like to thank Public Works for installing those. And that's all I have to report. If there's any questions or concerns. Okay. Anything from the board? All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Next items, comments by the general public. A period devoted to comments by the general public about matters relevant to the board's jurisdiction will be held. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. Please note that comments are limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium. If applicable, clearly state your name, address, spell your last name for the record. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, this will be done by the chair or the board by majority vote. Judy? Yeah.
Judy Bundorf, Grandpa's Road, and that's Bundorf, and Henderson, representing Friends of Aviquame. On April 25th, we're having a big event at Walking Box Ranch. You can learn all about it at our website. Go to friendsofaviquame.org. I'll just run through a press release that went out. It's going to be called, it's a third anniversary of the naming of the monument, which seems like only yesterday. But Saturday, April 25th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at historic Walking Box Ranch, and that is 7 miles west on Highway 164. This event is a full-day journey through the natural and cultural history of Aviquame National Monument, from the age of woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers to the silver screen era of Hollywood legends Clara Bow and Rex Bell, who once called Walking Box Ranch home. The celebration features a rich lineup of programming, including guided tours of the historic Walking Box Ranch House, silent film screenings of Clara Bow and Rex Bell, including the classics Wings from 1927 and Rainbow Ranch from 1933. Paleontology talks on the late Pleistocene and Triassic periods led by experts from UNLV and Petrified Forest National Park. A Mojave beadwork workshop with the Fort Mojave Pippa Aha Macav Cultural Society. A wildflower walk through Weethump Joshua Tree Wilderness. History and preservation panel discussions, a presentation on Navajo rug history and the Walking Box Ranch collection, astronomy displays and dark sky programming, a midday ceremony in which UNLV will gift the ranch its historic Navajo and Southwestern rug collection. And then all of those items are free, but you need to go on the website to sign up. But in the evening then, there will be an evening fundraiser party. But all activities free and open to the public. And like I say, the best thing is go to our website and register, because they need to have an idea. There will be lunch available for a price. I think they're going to have, I forget what they're called, but they're like the pastries that the miners used to take for lunch, a pastry full of meat and whatever, and the name escapes me. But I think there were some flyers around town. Any questions?
Thank you, Judy.
You're welcome.
Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Terrell Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-S-O-N. I am here from Las Vegas. My zip code is 89178. The reason I'm here today is because I wanted to introduce myself and let you all know that I'm running for Congress here in District 3. Searchlight, where our beloved Senator Reed is from, is a part of District 3, which makes it the best district to be a Congress representative of. A little bit about me is I did 6 years active duty in the Marine Corps, 2 years in the Army National Guard when I separated honorably from the Marine Corps. I finished my degree here at UNLV for a bachelor's in political science. Of course, every politician has a bunch of things that they want to fix. I would direct you to my website to see those big things. But today what I want to talk about, something that the incumbents will not talk about and a lot of their challengers will not talk about, and that is, Social Security. I think that it's ridiculous that it is taxed. I think that it is ridiculous that you are penalized if you have to go back to work. And I think that is something that we pay into and should never be the source for our government to seek funds from. Another thing is money in politics. I think we need to remove money in politics because it creates corruption. And when we have foreign operatives corrupting our politics, it affects us, everyday people, so we need to remove that from our politics. And finally, well, term limits is also a big thing for me. I think when you're tired of campaigning, you need to go ahead and step away. I believe that's the way the founders meant it to be. And today, we have too many career politicians that are too comfortable in their role doing nothing but getting rich. And then finally, the stock markets. I do not think as legislators we should be involved in the stock trade. There's a lot of insider trading that's going on that is, corruption right in our face. So anyways, those are things about me. If you guys have any questions or comments, I will hang out after this meeting. And it's nice meeting you all. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sky Berry Burress, BerryBurress. I'm from Las Vegas at 89166. I'm running for Clark County Recorder, which includes you all, and I have been in the office for 15 years, 11 years in management there. I've trained over 80% of the staff, and our current director is retiring after 20 years. So I wanted to come out to meet you, and of course, this is one of the best things. I'm kind of a nerd, so I do this even at Clark County in, Las Vegas. I sit in the planning commission meetings, even though it doesn't have anything to do with my office too much. But I just enjoy being around there and being out in the community a lot. But I will say that our office, if you don't know what we do, is that we actually maintain and preserve all real property documents. So that includes your deeds, your mortgages, any type of liens that may be on your property. Mobile homes, manufactured homes as well are included in that. What we're trying to do is we failed in getting out to you more. So we don't invest in this kind of time. So I'm actually going around and just talking to you to see what's working, what's not working, and what we can fix. Because once again, it's been 20 years. We have a new technology that's out here right now. I would look into getting a remote recording kiosk somewhere out here if you guys need that, because we have kiosks that are out in the neighborhoods and no one really seems to know about them. However, I went to Mesquite and Moapa and they didn't know either, and they're still traveling an hour and a half to get in to record simple documents like deeds or homesteads or liens, and that's a problem. So I'm trying to just bridge that gap there, but also I'm going around telling people that we need to save our homes because people coming into the office are not aware that, homestead documentation is very important to have on your property. It protects your home up to $605,000 on the equity of your property. That's not just a single family home, but also a condo and even mobile homes, manufactured homes. And the mobile homes don't even need to be affixed to land. So that's important that we have those protections, because what we're seeing is people being foreclosed upon at a very high rate. It's increasing all the time. And what we found is that it's not coming back to the community. It's actually going out and being sold to corporate conglomerates. We're losing, especially in Vegas, here, at least you have land that's here, but in Vegas, it's just really, really a serious issue. But in all of Clark County, we're seeing this rise. So we need to do something more on it. I have some information, just if you need to call me at my office, and I'm just here to just help in any way I can. So once again, my name is Sky Berry Burress, and my website is www.skye4recorder.com. I have all kinds of information. You can follow me on social media as well. Do we have any questions? Anybody? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sky. Any other comments by the general public? Our next meeting date, May 13th, 2026. Meeting is adjourned.